So let me tell you how I know Wretched. Her and we'll say Fatback Rolls came into a place that I had worked, and they were looking to get a job. Well, Pittsburgh police were my security. I got sent upstairs and I was told to, their exact words, look for the right parts. I go upstairs with my coffee and I'm sitting there drinking my coffee, and Wretched and Fatback Rolls are running their mouth. They're talking about they're going to make this like players club. Everyone's going to be giving over their money, and oh my. So I finished my coffee. I head back downstairs. I'm talking to my security and I'm telling them all about it. And they're like, okay, well, what do they look like physically? And I was like, oh God, some things can't be unseen. One has the stomach that looks like a ripped anus. Her stretch marks look like a ripped anus. The other one is so obese, she has fat back rolls. I don't even know how those heels didn't snap. I get sent back upstairs. They tell me when I get upstairs, tell them, go ahead, put your street clothes on, come downstairs. They want to talk to you. So I go upstairs and deliver the message. And they're not like happy about this news. They're standing there trying to argue with Pittsburgh police, like, this is racial discrimination. No, it isn't. No, it isn't. We had beautiful, beautiful girls of all different races. We had beautiful girls from other countries. You're just not very attractive. With your ripped anus stomach and your fat back rolls. So they suggested, being kind because they're gentlemen, that if they lost a few pounds, then maybe they could come back later in the summer and get a job. And they're standing there like, well, we need to work now. And, we need to make money. Well, the Pegasus is right up the street. And on their marquee, they had 5 jobs: bartender, barback, waitress, bouncer, and we'll say entertainer. Go up there and get one of those 5 jobs, then try to come back here. Well, they, I guess, went up there and they came back down. Oh, were they pissed? Oh, it was so funny too. So they're standing there and they're yelling at Pittsburgh police, trying to be all hood rat tough, puffing up their chest, acting like fucking gorillas. So Pittsburgh police tell them to leave. Several weeks later, they come back. And they're trying to say, oh, well, I lost 5 pounds. Look at these curves. That's funny. That's funny. That's funny because there's a difference between curves and fat speed bumps. There's a difference. So they leave again. Well, they came back like 5, 6 times that summer. And the very last time that they come back, they're standing there still arguing, like, oh, this is discrimination. We'll call the NAACP and have you shut down. And Pittsburgh police is like, explain it to them. Yes, sir. So the place that I was working, they reserved the right to accept, deny, refuse any, we'll say, person or applicant based on a number of reasons. One being your level of attractiveness. Well, they didn't like that answer. And Wretched went to hit one of them. And I was standing in between them. And I caught her strike and threw it right back in her face. Right back in her face. Gave her a few choice words, and how would I put that nicely? The choice words painted a beautiful, beautiful picture. A beautiful, beautiful picture. Well, they left, and Pittsburgh police were talking to me. We're all laughing. They're like, why did you catch the strike? Like, hold on, wait, your reflexes, wait, why did you catch the strike? If she would have hit me, now we have her on assaulting a police officer. I was like, oh shit. I'm sorry. It was a reflex. Like, y'all protect me. You can't strike her because, regardless of her attractiveness, I guess she still is female. And you're gentlemen, you're raised properly. And they're like, oh my. Oh my. And it's funny because I'm still friends with both of their wives. We check in with each other all the time. Happy anniversary, happy birthday, Merry Christmas, all the time. Still friends with both of their wives. I've watched their kids grow up. Now, fast forward 20 some odd years later, Wretched is doing the most, stalking me. Well, I guess I don't remember if it was like a Wednesday or Thursday, but I had taken our youngest son to one of the playgrounds I would play at, and she comes driving down the road. What are you doing around here? Like, you're not from here. You don't work here. You don't have the intellect to. Well, they drive past, I guess, go up to Chartiers Valley High School. And then they're proceeding. I don't know what they were up Chartiers Valley High School for, but they were doing that stupid Bluetooth stuff that I was telling you about. And one of the ladies there, I guess her kid had soccer practice or some after school sport. And she ends up calling her friend, who is also my friend, who is also the wife of one of those Pittsburgh police officers. Now, they're trying to say that I'm doing all sorts of ungodly acts down at that playground. Well, it's funny because I only play at certain playgrounds. And the playgrounds that I choose to play at, are very well protected. Very well protected. I make sure there's surveillance cameras or a police station within a stone's throw. So, like I've been saying, they've been stalking me for such a long time. I just allow them to keep racking up those charges, keep racking them up because they're not going to stop. It's very hard to sex traffic and drug traffic when there's a housewife. We're always home. We see everything and we know everything. We don't talk to anyone. They can't operate. See, last year around this time, Mara with the poop plug, Douche Canoe, Sincere, Keith Furman, change your name. Change your name, Keith. They would do the same things. Like, I guess they sit around and like make up skits. I guess you could call them skits. They make up skits like bad sewage theater. Icky did the same thing. And one of her favorite streets, her and Wretched's, was Bouquet Street, McKeesport. They'd go over there with all their sewage theater. I never was a fan of the $2 movies. And these sewer crumpets, I guess they are. I rather stream in a movie because then I don't have to sit in those uncomfortable chairs and hurt my hips, and I don't have to be around people. I don't like people. Most are manure. I don't like people. So they're up at Chartiers Valley High School doing their sewage theater. And I guess the lady that overheard all this, she tells them, like, stop now, leave now, or we're calling the police. It's funny because I'd been around the South Hills area for over a decade. My husband works out there. So those police know exactly who Mrs. Hartice is. They've seen me before. I've even, bumped into a couple of them at the store. Good morning, sir. Good afternoon, sir. How's your day going? So they know exactly who I am. This is where I allow the stupid to be stupid because they're not going to stop. See, they have to have that money. Like I said, douche canoes and sewer crumpets, they can't hold jobs. They're drug addicted, stupid, lack of work ethic, lack of self discipline, and morally derelict. So I just allow it. I'll sit back and laugh at you. I will laugh. You amuse me. So keep doing all the stupid shit you're doing. All you're doing is you're just feeding me ammo. Feeding me ammo. And I'm munching it down like a cheese cup on Christmas morning with a macchiato. They've went around to so many people that I know. They've tried to contact them through social media, through Facebook, because that's the only social media I use. Trying to say that I'm doing ungodly acts. Well, that's funny. It really is. Because not only am I married and I actually have moral, but my mother lives with us. And, well, during quarantine, our middle son, he did virtual learning. So he was home. See, they try to, throw the manure blame on someone else to try to get the heat off of them, so the police don't know who to arrest, start investigating. That didn't work either. See, back when Lebanon Church Road was getting all ripped up and redone during quarantine, I was, like I said, I always take my husband to work. I always pick him up. And there were a couple mornings that those construction workers made sure I got through construction with a few minutes to spare. And I used those few minutes wisely. I went to my police department and I told them. And I told on you. So, there's your gutter code. Toodaloo. Douche canoe.